Hello and welcome to my next video. Today it is more a podcast because there's only one slide. I wanted to tell you, I thought it maybe could be interesting for you. I wanted to tell you something even if it hurts for me. I wanted to tell something about my failed mastery here on Earth, and I'm Stephanie. I'm a formerly awakened soul here on Earth. My mission lead me to limbo because I had to bring back a beautiful soul from hell to heaven, and I failed because I was sabotaged by evil entities. First of all, Satan. He really exists. I had a notice, and that's no joke for all light workers, for luminous people, for religious people. It is no joke from my side. I really want to warn about this being because he is so evil. He's really, really evil. What have happened to me, and I wanted to tell you something about my life, what happened, what was missing, what I didn't do, and later now I had to notice there were hints about and warning signs. I want to tell you about this, and I really want to that you maybe have a look at the other videos about the cabal or the warning to humanity, because it's very important from my side, and it's, like I said, it's no joke from my side. Okay, let's start. Why I failed in my mastery life. I was very religious and spiritual as young, in early age, as young girl. I prayed to God, I was talking to God, and I was enjoying it a lot and had a big trust in him. And suddenly, in my later ages as teen, there I lost the connection, and maybe by my parents, because they were they had no good influence. They were no good example. They are no believers and not religious people. And yes, that's one point. And it made me really sad from my point of view now. And because it's very sad what happened. And I was working as a nurse and had healing abilities, and I had later now was interested in healing and also in angels, and found back to God, and it was so that there were some interesting things that were happening around me in night shifts, or yes, in one night shift I had a very young female patient. She was shouting and screaming, and the other two women in the room, they were not amused. I took her from the room, and they were very frightened suddenly because she was telling something about beings, and I also noticed she was talking to beings, and the doctor later told me and the others she had psychosis from steroids. And I only was wondering because it really looked like she was talking to entities. Yes, and later I also had an experience. I had an old man, patient. He was dying. I recognized he was dying, and it was that way. I was in the room and I could see with my third eye, it was activated, that his soul left the body and went to the light. Was quite interesting for me, and so I went on my way, and was really interesting. I was by a healer. I was very I felt my soul. I had a good connection to her. She was very feeling very good, my soul. I felt myself very good. I could feel the love of my soul, and she was happy that I get on my way, and I really could feel her. And later I was not good in my self-esteem. I only thought I have to go to others to get information or ask others to get information. Even if it's our clairvoyance or if it was she, and I was very influenced by others, and I was there for a channeling, and I asked because there was a very, very evil intrigue by my neighbor, and I noticed something was wrong with him, and she knew about the cabal, but she did not realize what the cabals are, because she was channeling, and it was told me by the higher self of this evil neighbor that he would also be a master. And I was very wondering about, because his evil traits and everything. And later I noticed this was a cabal, this was an evil person, and the higher self, like I mentioned in my videos, was Satan. That is very, very important to know, because these evil people will try to destroy everything in your life. They try to harm you, they try to blame you, or they manipulate you. They work very differently. It's really, really evil what they do. Okay, back to the slide. It is so. My mastery examination was. I was not in a good condition, because I had the awakening months before, and I was not well prepared for it, because I did not knew how to handle this awakening, how to get information, how to notice this everything, and also with this evil neighbor, this case, I was punished by God because I lost 3 soul parts. It is that way. If you do something wrong, you can end up for a short time in hell, in limbo, or maybe you are punished by him instantly and you lose soul parts. And that was the point. Satan did an evil intrigue before my mastery examination, that I lose soul parts, that I'm helpless in hell, because I have needed this soul parts very, very much. I noticed that as I was in limbo, I couldn't hear my higher self very well. That was very evil. So I was more under the influence by Satan, and he did everything to disgrace me, to manipulate on me, let me look like a fool. It was very, very evil. And he only wanted me to look like a stupid human before God, in front of God. And that's the point. That's how Satan works, what Satan does, and it's very, very evil, because he dislikes humans. He dislikes humans, and he does everything to do something to sabotage in his favor. And yes, my mission was to bring a beautiful soul from hell back to heaven. And that was really, really it was really bad, because I was so sabotaged before my master's examination and while my examination, and it was really a disaster, really. I was very, very sad. They tried to let me not sleep as I was in limbo. They let me not get in my energy, they in my strength, in everything. They sabotaged, and it was not very good. And I also was not well prepared for hell. I also have to say, it was I noticed as Satan was standing in front of me and telling me it's me more times. I felt my blood instantly in my veins freezing, and I noticed that I'm confronted with a very, very evil being. And I felt, because I heard some cosmic laws, and I felt very, very lost and abandoned. And it was not really funny. It was really not funny. And it was that way, the partner soul of me and Satan, they changed their hearts. I did not knew it was possible, but they did. And I lost my ability of clairvoyance, of seeing things from my third eye years before, because there was an evil human, also a cabal, who was influenced by Satan, who gave me under the surface that he is a light worker. He gave me like Reiki with a sign. He gave me the Tor Hainan. Tor Hainan is a Celtic symbol, Thor's hammer, and which destroyed my third eye. And so I was not able to see the beings, to not exchange the hearts of these beings, Saturn and my soul partner, and it was really, really bad. I later noticed that I could see my partner soul beside me, and I instantly felt that something terribly is going wrong, and I was fearing. I had really, really deep fear instantly, because I knew I could lose him, and that what later happened. I lost my partner soul because he had the wrong heart, and these soul aspects, which I told you in the aforementioned video, these soul aspects were like a candle blown out because I was manipulated, that they told me, these beings told me not to think his old name that he had in heaven, and because it would hurt him so much. And they manipulated everything in me. I felt them in me, and they manipulated my thoughts, and with every thought these aspects were blown out, or like, yes. And that was really, really evil. And I could see he was very, very small. He was a big, big soul, and had many, many aspects. And I was fearing about him. And I called for help, and he was brought with Archangel Michael to the halls of healing in heaven, but he died. And that was Satan's plan. That was a very evil intrigue. He wanted me as a scapegoat, like he later told me. He really, really was ice cold about, and told me he wanted me as a scapegoat for, because of God and the other angels, and he needed me. And that was really, really bad. Really bad. Because I felt really bad. Because I could hear him after he died. And he told me, I'm back in heaven. I'm back in heaven. And I knew how he missed it. I could feel it. How he missed heaven. And that was very, very evil, because, sorry, I only cry about. It was very evil what happened, and Satan later influenced me badly and blamed me for that, what happened. And he did also a very evil intrigue to get my soul. And I was wondering, but I later noticed that it was not my fault. And that's what's very evil with this being. That's why I'm recording this video or podcast today, because he can harm so much, also with his people, with his cabals. He can harm people in so much ways, and that's my warning for humanity. That is really, really important. He is so evil. He has no attention for the divine creation. And he didn't want it that I come to hell to took my partner's soul with me. He didn't want it. But he also told me about my partner's soul. He was a traitor. He had to die. And now you can see how evil he is. He is really, really the personified evil. It's no joke. It is no joke what I told you. It really happened. Maybe God will be unhappy if I'm telling you this, but I have to carry it. I only want to address a big warning to humanity, because Satan later, and also before the mastery examination was, influenced me with the love energy, because he has the loving heart of my partner soul. And after the examination, I could feel the love energy suddenly, and it made me deeply, deeply sad. Very sad. I was crying in the car. Because I knew this love and it was quite similar to mine, and it deeply hurt. Really deeply hurt. And that's my warning for you all, for religious people, for luminous people, for light workers, because Satan has this heart and he tries to influence others with this heart. He manipulates in the name of love, and that is really, really evil. Because I noticed, like I told you before this mastery examination there were 2 moments I noticed a being, and the being opened up and let the love flow, and I just thought it was an angel, but it was Satan. And the second time, as I noticed that it was him, there was talking to my parents, to my father. I had the dark night of the soul. It was not really funny. I was very depressed. I knew my job wasn't fitting anymore, and he wanted me to go to retirement in early age, and because of depression. And he was talking to me, and some being showed up, but I only could feel him, and I felt the love energy. And that is the point. If you notice a situation and you feel it different, quite different in your heart and your soul, don't let you influence by love energy that you're feeling maybe around. And ask, really, really ask instantly if you have such a situation. Ask your higher self, your guardian angel, or God himself. Ask, pray, talk to them, and ask 3 times, who has shown up? Who has sent me this love energy? Because he's manipulating so much. And I know he will try to use this heart, and that's what I really, really got pain in my stomach, and I'm not feeling good, because he's so evil and try to influence others with this energy. What I also have to tell you, don't be afraid. Pray instantly, pray to God to be guided, to be safe by your guardian angel, and the highest protection is the unconditional love. That is really, really important to know. That's what I wanted to tell you. That's the cause why I now recording this podcast today. It seemed to me, in my eyes, very important that you know it, and it's not funny. It's really not funny. But he does everything, he manipulates everything, and I noticed now, as I lost my soul, let he everything do in his favor. Before I did a prayer, and he also tried to influence my prayers to God. So be aware, he really exists, and he's really evil. Really evil. So, my dear ones, I hope you liked and enjoyed my podcast today. I'm sorry it was not constantly fluent, because I'm from Germany, like I told you in a other video. I only wanted to tell you that what happened to me, and to warn you, and that's my message for today. I hope you are blessed. I wish you are blessed by God and good guarded by your guardian angel, and I hope we see us. Bye bye.